Hi, Pam Gockley with the Camel Project. Thank you for taking and listening to this lecture about common signs that people show when they're being bullied, and this is students as well as adults. One of the first common signs that we see are unexplained injuries. So if you're seeing folks who are showing up with either black and blue marks and they can't really explain it, or if they wear long sleeves, sometimes that could mean that they're having self-destructive behaviors. And when you're thinking about and you're building your awareness about bullying, you have to understand that somebody who is being bullied or that bullied person is very much probably somewhere has trauma in their life, whether it be the loss of someone who is close to them, or it is somebody who is not being very nice and very mean to folks. If a child is in a situation where an adult is either beating them or physically or mentally abusing them, sometimes because children and adults who don't know how to deal with those behaviors or those feelings will sometimes have self-destructive behaviors. So that could be violence, that could be cutting themselves, it could be chemical abuse, it could be alcohol abuse, it could be putting yourself in risky behaviors. It could be doing a variety of behaviors that are really not explained and that you suddenly don't understand what's happening. It could be a child that's running away or even abusing animals. These are all signs that people are going through some kind of trauma that they can't physically or mentally deal with. So what it comes out with as illogical behaviors, things that don't quite make sense. She's not herself. She's very very quiet. She doesn't participate anymore. She or he kind of hides in his room and doesn't come out for social situations, because you have to understand that person is very, very sad and very, very hurt. And this usually takes a long time to fester. And unfortunately, what happens if all these signs are constantly missed, it comes out as violence. And then we get the school shootings, then we get the suicide, then we get the workplace shootings, because people really can't deal with some of the trauma that's being thrown at them. So one of the first signs that we want to write down is unexplained injuries, or unexplained very, we would call bizarre or weird behaviors. These are signs that people are reaching out for help. And it may not be the way that you're reaching out for help, but I want you to understand this is so personal. You have to leave the judgment behind. You can't, well, this is not what I would do. That doesn't matter. You have to, it starts with you, but this is not about you. You have to be very curious about people. You have to be very non-judgmental with people. You have to sometimes be silent. When you're sitting with somebody who is so hurt and so sad, just being with them, not, it doesn't have to be eye contact. There doesn't have to be any touching. Just being present with somebody, because they feel they're all alone. They feel it's their fault, and then they feel they're all by themselves. And when they feel it's their fault, that's when the violence comes out, whether it's suicide or violence, inward or outward. So this is a common sign. Please watch for this. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture.